I take all the Chao that I don't care about and that I don't want to level up, and I throw them into one garden. And then I take all the Chao that I do care about and that I do want to age, and I put them into another garden. And then I have some other Chao who may or may not be in limbo for the moment, who I kind of, want to kind of keep an eye on. Maybe they're about ready to evolve and I don't want... Oh, shit. No! Okay, well, there's only one way to do this. So that's the secret I've been saving for a while. If you give someone a skeleton dog, they can then put items on their head. The problem is that I don't want this item on Booby's head. I like the way Booby's face looks. This is bad because there's only one known way to get items off their head. I had to throw Boobies against the wall. Now I'm gonna go put my eggshell on my collection, and then I'm gonna go apologize the fuck out of Boobies because I might have just scarred him for life. He's gonna be really sad for a while, and I'm gonna have to make him happy. See, he's shaking now because I threw him against the wall, and he's really, really upset with me. I didn't want to do it, but I did not want him to... His face is too good for him to have an eggshell on his head. So we're just gonna, as soon as he gets done with that, I'm gonna love the shit out of him, probably make him evil looking. I want him to end up being a neutral Chao, because there's a whole other evolution you guys didn't get to see. Chao can evolve to be neutral Chao also. Which I'll probably end up making my powered Chao that. Here, I'm just gonna have to apologize to this dude over and over again. Side note, the very first time I played this game, I was only ever hero characters, so I was only ever Sonic, or maybe Tails sometimes. And what happens is that if you treat a Chao badly with your character, they'll also grow to be the other type. So I had one Chao who I loved with Sonic. I pet him all the time. I gave him, he's growing to be dark. I just want him to love Shadow, though. I don't want him to hate me. I want him to apologize for throwing. But anyways, I had one Chao that I treated really good, gave him all the fruit, gave him all the Chaos Drives or Chao Drives, whatever. To make him a good Chao, right? I wanted him to be a good Chao. And then I had another Chao who I wanted to be a dark Chao, and I named him Bubbles. And the only way I knew to make him a dark Chao was to beat the shit out of him, so I threw him and kicked him a lot, and it was really bad. Once I found out that there were better ways to do that, I felt awful for Bubbles, and I think I had actually deleted my garden. I felt so bad for him, but I was little at the time, so remember that. But yeah, that probably wasn't enough. It'll probably be an overtime effect that we have to try to get Boobies back on our side, because he's going to be useful to us, so just apologize to Boobies and move on. Anyways, at this point, we need to pick up all the Chao that aren't going to be useful to us. So, for example, Rusty. We're going to take Rusty and we're going to put him in the Dark Garden, and we're basically what we're doing when we take these Chao to the Dark Garden is we're forgetting about them forever. We can still come visit whenever we feel like it, but Rusty stats are awful. He has a B, a C, a D, a C, and a B. He's not going to be useful to me ever. So he's going to stay forever young in the Dark Garden, his new home, along with this little pile of shit who sucks. We are, however, going to take Shadow back with us because we want Shadow to keep growing older. Actually, we might take Shadow to the Hero Garden, which won't work out very well. But if I ever go to the Hero Garden, it'll be to take Shadow out of it, so he won't actually have to spend a lot of time there. We'll see. We'll put Shadow in the main garden. We'll leave him here. So I also need Thud to wake up whenever he decides to do that. And I'm going to move him down to the Dark Garden as well because he's now useless. But what I'm going to do instead, occasionally I go down and I find Chao in the Dark Garden and I'll take him to like school or something. But for the most part I leave him alone, which you'd think would be really sad that we're not going to leave him alone and never see him again. But time doesn't pass and we're not there. So if I ever do show up, it'd be like 0 time passed at all. So before he goes to sleep, we're going to take Soul and we're going to bring him because I want him to stay relevant too. We're going to take Soul and we're going to go down, drop him back off in the neutral garden. Give him a fruit, welcome him back. He's going to take a nap soon, which is fine. I don't have to level him up for anything. But we have our hero in Dark Chao. It's still blowing my mind. Still blowing my mind. I need to leave the garden, but I want to let him finish eating first. Is there a Chao blowing a whistle? What am I hearing? Oh, he's drawing. He drew a pizza. I think. Or a bird's nest with eggs in it. I don't know what that is. Spaghetti and meatballs with a fork? Fuck, I don't know. I'm hungry. So yeah, we're gonna go get that other Chao. We're gonna go get... What did we name him? Oh god, what did we name him? Oh yeah, Brock. Brock Lesnar. We're gonna take you out of your little hero garden. We might make him a hero Chao, we'll see. I have to go write down his stats, so I don't know if I'm gonna speed this up or not, but it'll take like 2 seconds. Now we have to have a discussion. I wrote Brock's stats down, that was it, and I brought him here. But now we have to have a discussion, basically, because there is more news that comes with a hero and a dark Chao. And it shows up at the Chao races. And I'm going to call it a discussion, but you guys really aren't going to have a say because I'm probably going to film the part before this part goes up. So it won't even be answered. But along with the jewel races, along with the challenge races, we've now unlocked hero and dark races. Are you with me? So hero races, the rule isn't your Chao has to be a hero Chao. The rule is dark Chao cannot compete. So Shadow is not able to compete in a hero race. You with me? But all the regular children are. All the basic Chao who haven't evolved yet, they're still okay to compete in a hero race. Then we have dark races. Which obviously Soul can't compete in. Now I can go back and forth like I can now move over to the dark gardens. Here's my regular garden, and there's a dark garden. Where Rusty and shit are, but I'm never going to use them. Hero garden's empty right now, it's fine. But this is a dark race, which means Soul can't compete in it. Even though Soul can't compete, all the children can because they are neither hero nor dark. So as long as your Chao stays neutral, he can compete in any race he wants. That's something to keep in mind. So I think here's the decision-making time we have to do. First of all, I don't know how long it's going to be before my other Chao evolve, because we did buy them a little ways into the Chao garden. I don't remember how long exactly, but we bought them a little ways into the Chao garden. So I don't know how long it's going to be before they start to evolve, but here's the main question we need to ask, that I think I already have the answer to. Do I want to continue raising both Soul and Shadow, and have them each compete in their own races, individually, or do I want to scrap... I'm not going to scrap Soul and Shadow. I'm always going to love them. I'm always going to take care of them. I'm probably going to send them to the daycare a lot. But do I want to kind of not use them as much and instead focus on raising boobies? Because here's the thing. If we look at stats right now, Shadow and Soul have a D in swimming. Soul has an S in flying, while Shadow still has an E. Shadow has an S in running, while Soul still has an E. They both have a B in power, and they both have a C in stamina. That is not bad. I feel like it's going to be harder for Soul, but it's not bad by any means to try and raise a Chao on. The problem is that I'm going to be raising two. If we look at boobies, however, he has a B in swimming, which is better than Soul and Shadow's D's. A B in running, which is not bad. I mean, you know, it's a little above average. A C... oh, my bad, he has a B in flying. He has a C in running, which isn't good, but can be corrected. A B in power and a D in stamina. Now, the fact that stamina is his worst stat is okay with me. I can pretty much ignore. He could have an E in stamina, and I will almost still probably be okay with it. The thing is that with evolution, if we decide to make boobies here a running type, he will then have a B in running, which means he'll have a B in everything except stamina, which is a good Chao to try to raise. So he could be our Chao that we choose to win all the races, or I could continue to raise Shadow and Soul because they do already have a head start, albeit not a huge one, considering what levels we want to get to, but not a huge one. But Boobies would level up faster, obviously, because he's just one Chao, and he would level up faster as just one Chao. I need to save my game. Boobies would level up faster because he's just one Chao, and on top of that, his stats overall would be better. Not like he wouldn't beat them in every single stat individually. He would be down flying and running, but all of his other stats are either tied or better, except for stamina. But that's a question we got to figure out. I needed to save my game, but aside from that, I think what I'm going to be doing here for the rest of, well, fucking time, it's going to take a while. What I need to do now is I need to make sure every Chao that I have in the garden gets aligned with what they're going to evolve into. So if I want a Chao to be a hero Chao, I need to raise it with a hero character. Like here, I'll just pick one at random. So let's go up to, before he goes to sleep, Phelps. Phelps is going to be my swimmer. I need to decide if I want Phelps to be hero or dark. I think I'm going to make him dark. So yeah, I think I'm going to make Phelps dark. So I need to raise Phelps to the dark character. Along with that, I need to get him to like level 4 or 5 in swimming. After that, I can ignore him. Then I can move on to, we'll say Brock for last because he's the newest, but then I can move on to Viagra, who I actually don't have to do anything with. As long as I don't touch Viagra, he'll level up in stamina like I want him to, so I don't have to do anything with him. Boobies, I guess I want Boobies to be a running type. If I want to continue to complete races with Boobies, I'll level up him to be a running type. And then that's it. Those are my 3 types, aren't they? So I have to focus that. So that's going to be my next step, my next plan of action. I think that's going to wrap it up for this part. I've been playing this session for a really long time, so I want to thank all you guys for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. As always, I'm Thundershot, and I will see you guys in the next Chao Garden part. Peace.